It's another Wednesday. We're here back in the building. We're going to for sure talk about some hot tea tonight.
And some things,
But first, we're going to start out with shouting out our sponsor here.
Lucky Coin.
Lucky Coin.
I'm like, I don't even know where I'm going.
Lucky Coin. You have a small business you want to grow, hit us up, and we'll tell you all about it at the end. Where to hit us up at? Shout out to Lucky Coin.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and get into it because y'all already know. Y'all watching the news. There's a lot going on, but we're not going to go there yet.
No, you're not.
All right. So I want to shout out and say congrats to Tony Braxton and Cedric the Entertainer, even though I'm a Cat fan. And Cat said we got to hit Ced in the belly, but you know. But anyway, they have residency in Vegas.
Oh.
And they're doing a tour together.
Oh.
Love and Laughter. I thought that was so cool.
Cute.
I would love to. I might make my way out to see it.
I know, because y'all, she love Vegas, okay?
Girl, I just got back. Vegas got me tired. Tired.
Ooh, I'm in violation.
Vegas got me real tired. But, yeah. But, so that should be a really good tour. I went to see Cat Williams, so I know how, artists and comedians can collab and make it good.
Right.
Because he had it all on his show.
Yeah.
As we discussed, he employed a lot of people.
Yeah.
But, so this should be, I love the name they came up with. This should be a pretty good residency. It looks like they're starting in April.
Yeah.
And they got a nice little run.
Yeah.
So yeah, that should be for sure good. And moving on, Shaq.
What's happening with Shaq?
Mr. O'Neal.
What he doing?
So he posted a picture of him with Ice Spice and Taylor Swift. People went on to give Taylor, Shaq's with Taylor, all the love.
Okay.
So him being a nice guy that he is,
okay.
Started giving Ice Spice some flowers and showing mad love to her because they wasn't showing love to her in the picture. It was all about Taylor. So of course, you social media people started to go in on Shaq and say he was with Ice Spice and all this stuff. And
he just being nice.
That's what the man said. Just being nice, giving her flowers, showing her some love, He's just being a nice guy. He said she is fine, but he was not flirting.
Is Ice Spice fine? She look like a child to me.
I know.
I mean, okay. I know. I'll go with that, Shaq.
But he said she is a fine young lady. So y'all stop on the social media and coming at this man.
Right.
Like he's flirting with this child. Now I'm just playing. She grown.
Baby.
She grown. But he just wanted to give her flowers, because everybody was, Taylor Swift, Shaq Swift, giving Taylor all the love.
Right.
As usual.
Right. She get enough love. Come on.
Yeah, Ice Spice could get some love too.
Right.
And so, so y'all stop coming at Shaq.
Stop coming for him.
Stop.
He did not send for you.
And also, our friend Diddy.
Oh, God. My God.
So,
things that make you go.
As this thing has been unraveling for a minute now, we've all been kind of...
Right. Shockwaves going through the air.
What's up? Okay. So, as we all know, because the world saw it on the 25th, they raided both of his homes.
Yes, they did.
Miami and New York.
Yes, they did.
And that is how they come. Oh, L.A., I'm sorry. Miami and L.A., I'm putting the man back in New York. But when they do raid you. They
coming for everything.
They coming all at the same time.
Right.
So that one can win the other. Okay?
Right.
Don't ask me how I know that. I just know that. Well, I just know. I know some people that know some people that know some people.
You know somebody that knows somebody.
Yeah, and I've heard of rapes, and I've heard of everybody involved getting hit at the same time.
Shake a look alarm.
And all homes involved hit at the same time. But anyway, so, oh boy. So, of course, we all know 50.
Well, okay, so let's talk about the fact that he divested his shares in Revolt TV.
He has done that.
So he about to, oh lordy. I wonder if he divested it to like another company that like his cousin's uncle sister owned.
I don't know. I know that they were trying to put a tracker on the plane because they can't find him, of course.
What our baby 50 Cent say?
So,
with his petty self.
Well, let's go. Okay. So 50 said he tweeted.
Of course he did.
I
need to follow him on Twitter because he be going off.
It's not what did he do. It's what did he did. And 50 also said they don't come like that unless they have something. Which, again, I believe to be kind of true. I think that they need to have some kind of
evidence, hard evidence.
Something to just come in your home like that. To even want to, you know?
Right. So they saying he was sex trafficking. So they looking for the sex workers. For some kind of indication that it was that he was trafficking sex workers.
Yeah, they looking for sex trafficking. A neighbor decided that he want to hang out the window and speak.
Oh Lord!
And he said the busload and the party of people that come
is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, and he don't want nothing to do with it. He said it's been crazy. Now, Uncle Luke.
What, Uncle Luke? Please tell us. Please tell us.
Uncle Luke has decided to say that he always knew when to leave a Diddy party.
When all the women left?
Right, because Uncle Luke, we know. You've been putting it down.
He ain't fooling with you like that. Now, I would expect Uncle Luke to be in a situation like R. Kelly, but definitely not like Puff Daddy.
Right. Well, Uncle Luke said he knew when to leave.
Ooh, boy.
But also, Aubrey O'Day.
Oh, what's Aubrey saying? Oh,
she says
it's so juicy.
I know. She said,
I can't take it, guys. What did Aubrey say?
What you sow, you reap.
Oh.
So basically, you reap what you sow. So, you know, her and Diddy has always had issues.
They have.
And she has been standing by Cassie since the beginning of this thing.
Oh, boy.
So.
But, okay, so is Faith Evans, has she said anything? Has she broken her silence?
I haven't heard anything from her.
Because, you know, Usher, he came out and he, you know, said his little piece. Now, but you know, Jermaine Dupri, he's made records with him. Is he not coming out for, you know, to speak, you know, for Diddy? Like,
well, and that was gonna be my question. I do comments of everybody speaking against him, and I guess it's really hard for someone to speak for him because it could ruin their brand, right? Because of the...
I mean, they could just say, I never had that experience. They don't have to be like, y'all lying. They just say, I didn't have that experience. I can't speak for what y'all had, but I'm saying I didn't have that experience.
Right.
So now I want to know what happened. Listen, look, we need to interview Day 26 if you guys are anywhere around, because I feel like the lower peon artists, they might have, you know what I'm saying, they might have experienced a little bit more since they didn't have as much stardom. So we want to hear from Day 26. We want to hear from 112. We want to hear from... Well, Cassie done already spoke out on you, so we need to hear from some of these other bad boy artists that, you know, well, can I hear from the Locks? Like, can we hear from some of y'all?
Good Lord. Yeah.
Can I hear from Mace?
Well,
No.
I don't think Mace has a lot of nice things to say right
Mace
now.
and Bethel? Can we hear from you? Or your twin sister? I know y'all live in Atlanta. Come holler at us.
But I don't know, you know, I get so many calls where people say, do you believe this stuff about Diddy? And I'm like...
I personally have never experienced. Go ahead. I personally never experienced. I'm not going to slander his name.
Well, you know, it's... So... I do think that some of this... They have to be true. Right? Because it's too much.
It's too many
It's too
people.
much. It's too many.
People saying it.
Well, like 50 said, they ain't coming for no reason.
Right.
But I don't know if some people have jumped on the bandwagon.
Saying, oh, yeah, that happened to me, too.
Yeah, and trying to get a piece of the pie.
So, what, did you hear the story about Meek Mills? Was it Meek Mills?
No.
That they said that they have a tape that is implicating Meek Mills and Puff Daddy.
Oh, God.
I'm like, what?
That's crazy.
So, yeah, I think so. Somebody was telling me, I was like, nah, I ain't heard nothing about I've not heard anything about that, guys.
So Robin asks, did any of the people from making the band, people
say anything? Come out and say anything.
Just Aubrey from Kennedy King. She hasn't really said anything, but she said that you reap what you sow. And she's been with Cassie and saying Cassie's not lying the whole time.
Yeah.
So, but her and Diddy has always had some problems.
Right.
But yeah, y'all, this thing is ugly.
It's getting real ugly.
It's getting real ugly.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't even know what to say.
Right.
But we're going to keep unfolding it on TN things. So.
We will.
But we have got to get into our topic of the night, guys.
We 13 minutes. We 13 minutes.
We in there.
So, you know, I always wonder to myself, you know, when you start these relationships and you have these boyfriends and girlfriends and all of that, when is it really appropriate to kind of start talking about money, finances, all of that?
So,
but before I get into that, I'm going to ask my producer if I can get some tissue.
So, I would say that as soon as you kind of
know that it's serious,
see things are getting a little serious, because the financial discussions, for sure, I think need to be had at some point.
Do you think that it is more important? So, you know, when we were young, it's almost kind of like didn't nobody have no whole much money, so that wasn't even a conversation. I ain't got no money, you ain't got no money. Okay, we don't got no money together. But for these women now who are much older, getting into relationships, I mean, is that a first date conversation when y'all go to, you know, Sundial? Or is that, you know, after a couple of dates and you see that the money is a little lavish?
A couple of dates. So Robin says that when your significant other starts talking like they want more serious. So I agree with that. Be more serious. and hinting at marriage or moving together. That's when I think that you got to really start digging into these financial conversations.
How they doing it and what they doing with it. Yeah?
Something.
and do you think that it's appropriate to like begin to say, okay, I don't really spend that way and I kind of think it's too much?
So I don't think it's appropriate, but I know people that date.
Yeah.
Or even engaged or whatever, and they say that their significant other is a crazy spender and all this stuff. And they will say, well, I don't spend money like that, but he spends money like crazy. But I don't know how you tell another grown person don't spend their money how they want to spend their money. For sure, right?
I mean, I think you just open your mouth and say it. I mean, because the thing about it is when you're coming together as a couple in a relationship, it's a business transaction, okay? And not that there's no love involved in it, but it definitely is a business arrangement. So however you are spending your funds is going to affect me one way or the other, right? And that one way could be that you blow your money and I got to pay all the bills. Or you save all of your money and I'm blowing all my money. And so when it's time to save for different things, like if we say we want to buy a house together or we want to go on a trip, then it's like, okay, now I'm the one that's got to foot the bill because you don't know how to save your money. So yes, your spending is now going to affect me.
Right. Well, not necessarily. So like Robin says.
Do they just don't get to go?
No, Robin says if their spending is not affecting you negative.
Oh, okay. Then
in a negative way, then there's no need to discuss. So I kind of agree with that. You know what I mean?
But this is the thing. It's going to always affect because...
Not really, though. No.
Okay. All right.
I mean, if it's not affecting the household, the bills, whatever, and they spend however they crazy spend, but still handling everything that needs to be handled here, then I feel like you can't tell another grown person out of their money.
So what happens when y'all get ready to retire and you're not creating the same amount of income, but your habits are the same?
I see what you're saying.
And so then you gonna be running through money, and now that's gonna start affecting me because you never learned how to.
But you can't control. Because that's control. That means we're going to do this my way. Yep. And that's a different topic. That's control. I feel like somebody can spend their money how they want as long as it's not affecting our family or our household. Now, when it starts to do that,
then you can have some control.
Then I need to take control. For sure. But, I mean...
So, Robin says if y'all living separately and they spend all their money and can't afford anything else, it's easy to cancel dates or cut ties.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're spending money and it's not affecting you in a negative way, there's nothing to discuss. I mean, I'm talking about like if you done got to the point where you even having the money conversation, then let's have it.
Yeah.
And then you can't be expecting me, like, if you spend money in a certain manner, you can't expect me to spend my money that way. If you want to go out on lavish this and lavish that, you can't expect me to be like, so if I want to go out and I want to spend, $50 on the bill, you can't be mad at me. And be like, oh, when I go out, I spend it. You can't know.
Right, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, for sure.
Like,
for sure. But, I mean, you meet people, you get serious with them, and yes, it is definitely a money conversation to be had, for sure.
So not on the first date, though.
I don't think on the first date.
The first date, the bill comes and the bill's like $200. Man, I hope you don't always spend like that.
No.
We're not gonna make it.
Not on the first date. No. I think that conversation is once things start getting serious.
So after
And now we're gonna
after the girl drops the punani.
And we're going to have bills together in the house and things like that and move in together, then yes, a money conversation to be had, but
so not before.
As long as I feel like somebody's handling their business and you're handling yours, then we should not have to, like, we can all do what we're doing.
So what if somebody makes, I would just throw a random number out there. So what if they make $70,000, but it seems like they're spending $100,000 regularly? So that means their credit probably stretched to the maximum. Is that okay?
It's not okay, but that's why you got to have a money conversation.
Is it okay to have a conversation?
Because
to be
sometimes some people come in and they may have a large savings,
I mean, if you want to blow it on me, okay, but I mean, that's not how I plan to spend my money. I don't plan to blow my money on you.
Right.
So you cannot be mad with me.
So, I think different people spend their money differently, but as long as, yes, I would for sure have a money conversation. I do have money conversations, but, I mean, like.
So, okay, so this is only for grown people. So, like, when you're in your 20s or whatever, and you ain't got no money and they ain't got no money, we not having no money conversation. But when you in your 35 and above, when you got a little bit of coin in your pocket.
Well, hold on. Let me roll back because these 20 babies are not the 20s we were.
Well, like, that's true.
Yeah, they on it. They entrepreneur. They selling shit online. They got money.
I'm trying to think. If I grew up in this day and age and I was like in my 20s, would I be like a millionaire by now? Do I think? What you think? Would you be a millionaire if you grew up in this day and age? Would you have the hustle enough mentality? You gonna go get it.
I've always the hustle mentality. Yeah.
So you gonna go get it.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get it.
Oh, me too, honey.
And I'm far from 20s.
Right. I'm trying to get it too, because listen, I'm closer to the retirement than I am to start my career. Let's just
good
keep
Lord.
it 100.
Good Lord. But yeah, I think that definitely when you're getting serious with somebody, a money conversation needs to be had. But I don't think that
you can't control them.
You can't control. So
then if you can't really control them or like perpetuate the situation, then what we talking about?
I mean, you want to make sure you have somebody that is financially stable.
You be like, hey, I see that you spending a lot of money. Are you paying all yours? How does it work?
I don't know that.
How does it work, people?
I don't know you say it like that, but you for sure watch.
Look, how does it work? I'm looking for insight. I'm asking for a friend.
And you ask questions, and I think you put some things on the line, and especially when you're moving in with somebody. Hey, I can take care of this, and you can take care of this, and
but what if
whatever.
they're the type of person they pay on shit instead of paying it all?
They pay
on it. So
like splitting it?
So what if the bill is $200 and they want to pay on the bill, and so the bill always roll over? They just want to pay on it.
Well, that's why we're having these conversations in the beginning.
But what if you don't ask that question? You don't. What if you don't know? Because in your mind that doesn't even make sense. That's ludicrous to do that. So you're like, I wouldn't even think to ask that question. Do you own shit?
And then when you do find out somebody's paying on stuff, that's when some of these red flags start putting up.
Like we talked about
talked about. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, we try to keep y'all up on some game over here, okay?
But I agree with Robin. There needs to be a mutual agreement regarding finances. Yes.
Mutual. So don't be spending crazy, or you gonna get cut.
No.
I I ain't bailing you out of nothing.
No, because if somebody, if somebody come in, like, okay, if somebody come in and they have hobby and they're a car collector, you know, and when you buying these old schools and fixing up these old schools, it's a very expensive hobby to have. But if they came in with that and they're spending their money on that and still taking care of what needs to be taken care of at home, then yeah, you shouldn't have shit to say. You met them with this hobby and they were spending their own money on that to begin with. And now they're here. And now they're here and they're still, you know, handling their business they need here so they can still do whatever it is they want to do.
So then when y'all want to do something special and spectacular, they be like, well, I ain't really got it like that. You be like, but you spending money on this. They be like, well, you ain't got it? You ain't got me? You make all that guap? All that skrilla.
No, but that's why we having a financial conversation. So when something special come up, hey, we going on a trip in like 2 months, it's going to be $5,000. How we going to do it?
It's on you, boo, because I got this habit over here.
And then that's when the conversation changes.
Listen, y'all, I'm just playing. I'm just teasing. But it does happen. Listen.
Yeah, it happens, but that's why you have these conversations to shut all that down before it's happening.
Yes.
And start looking around and looking for the flags and all that good stuff.
And all of that good stuff.
All
so
that
we got
stuff.
3 minutes. Do you got a tip for us today?
So I do.
All right, what's up?
So, Easter's coming.
It is. Y'all got a church home? If so, Grace City. Want you. Well, we have service at 10 a.m., 4293 Austell Road.
Okay. Shantae said that. Okay. But Easter is coming, and you know, it's always been traditional that, and we 2024, nothing's traditional. But you can make your own Easter baskets.
Oh, yes.
In a much healthier way.
So no peeps? No marshmallow peeps?
Of course, you throw all that in there, but you can also, you know, like, it's better to just make your own. You could come out cheaper or the same, but you can also, you know, personalize it. Throw in things that you know people need. Like, I'll just tell you guys, I received an Easter basket. And I'm not a kid, but it was very nice. It was from one of my clients, their whole corporation, but they put in things that they know I like coffee, green teas, ginger chews, Peeps. You know, and it wasn't like an expensive thing, but it was a very thoughtful.
Boy, your clients be knowing you.
They know me. Yeah, they take me out for coffee and that all the time. Yeah.
They know you. They
yeah,
love, they love them.
And we talk a lot. So, because I'm like, for a person to order me ginger chews, this is pretty cool. But yeah, so I think that it's a much thoughtful, and even for our kids, we can take and mix in the healthy with the unhealthy. Yeah. That way we get some healthy things in there.
Yeah.
I'm making a basket for someone, and I'm doing a 7-day juice for them.
Oh.
In the basket. I'm going to do the juices and have a different one.
Okay, I'll be waiting on my basket.
Just small ones.
I'll be waiting on my basket.
Yeah. Oh, you juice?
I'll be waiting on my basket. She's always making nice stuff for people. I'm waiting on mine. So, anyway, that's our time. We had 30 minutes, y'all. We had a good conversation. We gonna get to some more of that Puff Daddy next week, because I'm sure the story is not over.
I know.
Hate it for you. Well, again, thanks to our sponsor, Lucky Coin. We appreciate you. Mwah. And have a wonderful night. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, or you want to send us topics, you can hit us up at tnthangz@gmail.com.
We will see you guys next Wednesday. Same time, same place.